It's not every day where the Clash of the Titans meet in prime time and provide some must-see football tonight on ABC. The New England Patriots coming in 4-0 with some fairly interesting wins the last couple of weeks. Patriots are coming into tonight's game with some interesting wins, but with toys ready for the potential war that will develop ahead. The Denver Broncos also are coming in 4-0, and they're looking just as aggressive as their Super Bowl 50 run. With a 6-sack performance on the Rams in Los Angeles last Sunday, to say that they are chomping at the bit to get to Tom Brady is an understatement. The Patriots, however, are not without their own toys as well. With guys like Gronk, Edelman, Hogan, Amendola, you name it, they've got it. Get ready for some Monday Night Football. Denver Broncos, New England Patriots, Clash of the AFC Titans tonight on ABC's Monday Night Football. Anyways, tonight's uniform preview, the Broncos will be donning their Color Rush threads this weekend. And the Patriots will be in their road whites. This is part of 7 Monday Night Football games that will be shown on ABC this year. There will be 8 that will be shown on ESPN. So, both teams with strong offenses, strong defenses. And after a fun series of games yesterday, we're getting ready for Monday Night Football. Patriots and Broncos. Live tonight from Denver. It is a perfect evening. And it's a bit warm to say the least. Here in Denver, mid-80s for a late September Monday night in Denver, Colorado.
They're able to see this game right now, and let's face it, for the guys, they love the fact that they
Broncos have won the toss. They've elected to receive. Steven Gostowski putting the ball up on the tee. Patriots are ready. Broncos are ready. We're underway from Invesco Field at Mile High Stadium. Norwood trying to get a pretty solid return. His furthest was out to the 41 last week in Los Angeles. As out comes Mr. Shifty, Dylan Murway. The 2010 version of Michael Vick. And with his offensive toys, he's always got that always reliable C.J. Anderson. And he's going to do a draw play here, and that goes for about 4. As you look at the wide receiver core, our players we're going to be highlighting tonight in the Monday Night Football player lineup presented by Snickers. That will be the always reliable and steadfast tight end, Virgil Green. Broncos are setting up a pass formation. They have a 2-receiver set. Anderson is to his right. Murway takes the gun and threw that way over his head, incomplete. As we take over the Patriots defense, highlighted by guys like Robert Ninkovich, Dante Hightower, Devin McCourty, Patrick Chung. Their Patriots defense is controversial to say the least, but they got plenty of playmakers. as the quarterback is in an empty set here. Murray takes the snap. And he's going to launch it deep. And Ronnie Hillman drops that one. Incomplete. We're getting ready to punt this one in the air. Britton Colquitt, first time he's been out on the field this year. Going to send this one deep to Danny Amendola. And he drops it. Biggers picks it up. And he gets brought down by Virgil Green at the 22. And out comes Tom Brady. To say he is one of the best quarterbacks that we've ever gotten is simply considered an understatement.
Try and see Tom Brady at practice. It is absolutely fascinating. When he's not on the field with your offense, he's off on another field doing individual drills, staying sharp.
And the Patriots are in a gun formation with a sideline run to LeGarrette Blount as he gets tripped up by TJ Ward, and Chris Harris brings him down. And we look at the always strong Patriots offense. When you have an offensive coordinator like McDaniels and always steadfast toys like Edelman and Gronkowski, you can do a lot of damage tonight. Second down and 8 from the Patriots 23. They are in a pistol formation with the fullback as he goes to play action here, as it is batted down by Brandon Marshall, incomplete. One word can describe the Denver Broncos Super Bowl winning defense from Super Bowl 50. Deadly. Playmakers in all aspects, playmakers on the front line, playmakers in the linebacker core, and playmakers in the secondary as Gronk goes in motion. Brady takes a snap, gets hit by Sylvester Williams as he threw it, and Chris Hogan's able to convert the third down conversion, the 3rd and 8.
Sometimes it's the shorter routes to the ones that are most effective, right into the quarterback sight line.
Smart play right there by Chris Hogan and Tom Brady. It's always relying on those short passes, which is kind of what you need to do to really sneak around that Broncos defense. Considering how much of a way they've had with each other, and the Broncos defense had their own way with Jared Goff last week. As Brady goes to the shotgun, fires right side, incomplete. So far, it looks like a defensive slugfest tonight between these two teams as both teams remain scoreless. Second down and 10 on ABC's Monday Night Football. It was also announced early this morning that the Broncos Chargers game that will also be on Monday Night Football in a few weeks will be moved to Mexico. It is going to be in Mexico City. Making for the first time we've had a Monday Night Football international game on Madden. They've started doing the Monday Night Football International Series in 2016 with the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. As Miller just kills Tom Brady on that hit. No one picked him up. That was a hit. I want to see you replay this. Watch this amazing read by the all-pro linebacker Von Miller. Watch this. He comes back. Gronk is already covered by the safety here. He's already covered by Will Parks. And then he comes in. His O-line does not pick up Von Miller. The guard's over here. He's looking for somebody to block. Doesn't even pick up Von Miller until right about here. He's a playmaker, to say the least.
So the offense unable to convert through the air, and now the special teams unit.
Games like this are pure slugfests, and that's why I love them. Love the Broncos and Patriots tonight on Monday Night Football. So far, it has been a defensive slugfest. As Sanders on the return. And look at this. He gets a block. Nobody left to hit him. Touchdown, Broncos. Nobody picked up Emmanuel Sanders. And that was the first punt return we've seen on this tournament ever since they started playing this game. What a return by Sanders. What a great play to pick up the Patriots secondary. Go through their special teams and that was a great play by Emmanuel Sanders.
And the PAT coming up.
McManus with the first score of the game. He's going to turn 6 into 7. I'll see if the Patriots are going to respond. What a return by Sanders. McManus is going to send this one deep to Danny Amendola. And to see if Amendola is going to kneel down. Amendola hits a response. Hits the response. You see game trends. It's mostly been a pretty ugly defensive smash mouth battle as Brady comes in, goes to tight end Martellus Bennett for a gain of 12 that time. So far, it seems like Brady is really getting his air game going, which compared to the Rams last week, where they claim they have a good secondary that can stop big air game passes like what Brady's doing right now, Dylan had his way with the Patriots with the Rams secondary last week. So far, Brady's chipping away at the Broncos secondary. As Brady goes to wide open Edelman as Roby tackles him for a clearance right there.
You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
As Edelman's slowly turning into one of his best receivers he's had since Randy Moss. Or actually, he's the equivalent of Wes Welker, minus the injuries, and I don't think Welker was ever busted for PEDs. Somebody should probably correct me on that. As Brady and off to Blount for the short yardage. He gets through pretty easily. So far, Brady's offense is moving pretty good. Brady again with Blount to his right. Ware trying to at his man. And Amendola with the reception is Darian Stewart brings him down.
Well, it just happened there. But sometimes when you look at the big board and you slow your feet
What a
down,
honestly though,
that's why it was caught.
that was Brady's game plan. We talked about it on Monday Night Countdown with Berman. And what Brady and the Patriots had to do dealing with the Broncos secondary is just go bit by bit. Don't immediately go straight to the deep balls because the Broncos will make you pay. See the 6-sack performance by the entire defense last week in Los Angeles, if you remember that game. As he gets bounced around for a gain of about 7 that time. As the first quarter ends, Broncos up by 7 with the Emmanuel Sanders punt return. First quarter is his conclusion tonight on Monday Night Football as we take a look at some highlights. Tom Brady connects to Chris Hogan. Tom Brady looking for a man, always connects with the steadfast Martellus Bennett. Brady with a play fake, and he gets to Danny Amendola, who gets dropped by Darian Stewart as you look at the Broncos quarterback on the sidelines. Back here in Denver tonight on Monday Night Football, they say this rivalry always brings out the best out of both teams. Neither team so far has really given much of an edge except for a pretty massive special teams failure with the Patriots and Emmanuel Sanders just making them look terrible, to be perfectly blunt.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
So next snap here, third down conversions, they've been 50-50 tonight. As third down and 4, it's a short yardage situation. As he goes to Gronk for the Patriots touchdown. Defensive coordinators, whenever they play the Patriots, they always got to look at how can we cover Gronk. Probably not a good idea to leave TJ Ward on him, because they didn't even pick him up till, boom, he caught it. And boom, Gronk's in the end zone. The human cyborg himself.
And a point after try forthcoming. The PAT is up.
As the Patriots have tied this one up. A pretty short screen pass to Rob Gronkowski for 18 yards.
And the kickoff team, they all appear set.
We're getting ready to kick this one off. Let's see if we can get another return by the Broncos. Look at this, right side. And Norwood's going to do it again. And he gets brought down at the 47. What a monster return by the Broncos, who are performing excellent on special teams tonight.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the gun.
And Murway to Green, the tight end. Dylan Murway's version of Rob Gronkowski, only less of a party animal. Smart play right there by the Broncos. So always go for that reliable tight end over the middle.
Broncos
going to a 2 tight end set.
So a nickel formation here for the defense. And the QB's calling something out. Shotgun snap here.
Norway, shotgun. And he's going to run with it.
And he's going to get 6.
And for a gain of 6 that time.
That was simply a tremendous job.
Smart awareness. Because he knows if he gets hit, it's going to be pretty ugly. Because he actually left the game last week due to a pretty ugly hit by Ogletree.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down.
As Murway, looking for his man, sends Thomas closer to him.
Scramble drill.
Lobs it to Anderson, who drops it. Incomplete.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on
As the Broncos are kind of in a weird weak eye formation with Hillman to the back. And with Hillman with the dropped pass. As a quarterback, you're seeing so many drop passes in a row. After a while, you're getting a little frustrated, to say the least. McManus going to return this one. Kick it up. And the Broncos take a 3-point lead.
For a defensive ready offense drive down the field, that's the best end result they can get. They have to kick a field goal and not give up a touchdown.
As we're getting ready to kick this one off. I'm going to send this one straight up the middle. McManus will kick this one off to Martin, Curtis Martin. And Justin Simmons levels him. Simmons and Parks kill him. Holy cow.
Getting set on first down. Play action.
As Brady throws that one away, incomplete.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
Kind of a similar situation was really developing in the New Orleans-Seattle game yesterday. With
this time a handoff. And on the tackle, it's Stewart.
Both quarterbacks really just slinging it towards each other and just making a pretty gritty affair.
But when a runner gets the opportunity to fire a stiff arm, meaning taking his hand and putting it out on a defender and then extending it to create space between him and the defender in order to gain
what a stiff arm on Roby. Just straight up flop. That was a flop and a half, to say the least, as our cameras caught this. Blount, really not sure what Blount was doing there. Feigning injury to... And look at this. Hogan with a monster reception. And a monster gain, blowing through the Denver secondary for a great play.
Too bad he was caught before he got to the end zone.
Just a smart read by Hogan.
So first down here after the completion.
This has the potential to turn into a pretty tight barn burner in both these two teams as they go to the 2-minute warning. Just a reminder, the Patriots will be getting the ball second half to start off.
And now first down following that long gain. catches the snap out of the gun.
And Marshall with a monster hit on Tom Brady.
Shotgun formation.
And his O-line picks that one up. And Talib with the interception. As he's brought down, comes back, and he gets sacked at the 5.
Naturally, we're going to say it's a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it's just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it up, and gave some momentum to the
There's a reason we told you that could be a lot of tug of war, to say the least. Brady was going for Dion Lewis, but instead found himself getting picked off by Aqib Talib.
So a rough spot to take the snap on here. Yelling some things out here to the receivers. They'll operate from
Brady.
the gun.
So Murway fires. Goes up in the air for Norwood, who mosses 2 defenders. What a play right there. Beautiful rollout pass. And things like that are Dylan's bread and butter. In fact, last week he struck C.J. Anderson for a 78-yard touchdown run. Amazing play. Striking Norwood for a great move.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Murway lobs it to Norwood. Sanders for a Broncos touchdown. Bam! That was quick strike offense right there. Emmanuel Sanders with the score. Directed it to his man, his receiver. Threw it in pretty tight double coverage. And you can give 6 points to the Broncos.
And now the kicking team on to try and tackle
Manis. Kicking team turning 6 into 7. For a 10-point lead over the Patriots. So far, the Broncos offense is playing pretty similar to their game against Green Bay earlier this month. Kind of took a while for their offense to get going, but once they did, look out. The game could get really up. Is getting really ugly really fast. And nobody else wants to challenge Emmanuel Sanders for the punt return. Which, if I'm Sanders, I would be... Bet you there's going to be a huge celebration at the end of this game if the Broncos can go to 5-0. Just a reminder, both these teams next week, the Broncos will be on Sunday night, so a bit of a shorter jolt for them. Going from a Monday night game, at least both the games are at home, which kind of takes the sting out of it. They have a Sunday night game next week scheduled against Pittsburgh, while the Patriots
the defense here in a dime look. Snap comes back out of the shotgun formation. Right side throw, and the pass
are scheduled to play against Indy. If I remember correctly. They're scheduled to play against Indy at 2 o'clock on CBS.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. 2 tight end set this time.
As Brady goes to Dion Lewis, who gets smothered by several Broncos. I believe the message that the Broncos are sending is, you want to win this game, you're going to have to get by that. See if Sanders can return another punt. As they're letting the clock run out, getting close to halftime. They're probably going to give Sanders 1 second to return it. Most likely. As Allen with the punt. Sanders with the reception. And he jukes him. And this will bring him down at the 36. But that's going to be going for naught as we go into halftime tonight. Monday Night Football, the barn burner from Invesco Field. The Broncos with a 10-point lead over the Patriots going into halftime. As we take a look at some highlights very shortly. Dylan Murray, trapped in his own end zone, says, "Watch this." Strikes Jordan Norwood for a monster pass. Tom Brady strikes to the human cyborg himself, Rob Gronkowski. Tom Brady with another strike pass to Hogan, and look at him go. Turning on the Jets. You think he's going to go, but no, sir. TJ Ward becomes Superman. Dylan Murray strikes a huge dot to Emmanuel Sanders in triple coverage, we might add.
And before the second half gets underway, here are the numbers from the first half. And the kicker is set. We're just about ready. All right, 1 half in the books, and here we go.
Amendola will take it out. Maybe not. Nobody else wants to challenge Emmanuel Sanders for a punt return. See if Tom Brady, the Patriots, can mount and cut into this lead a little bit over the Denver Broncos as you look at both teams' total yardage. The Patriots and Broncos seem to be pretty close in terms of passing. Running is currently neither team's bread and butter right now.
The type of run that if you keep getting them and accumulating them throughout the game, that'll really wear a defense down as we get to the fourth quarter. Second down following the run. And some extra help in the defensive secondary here as they drop into the down.
Second down and 3. Short move here. Parks trying to go to Washington. He was able to convert. So far, Brady's looking a lot better than Dylan Murray in terms of quarterback performance, but to say the least, both the receivers and backs have been putting in work as well tonight. As the Broncos going to another cover scheme in which Brady has been unusually kind of dapped against tonight.
Takes a snap out of the gun. Tries the left side.
And Harris with another steal. This time he's going to try to run it back.
It's going to go for 14 yards.
Never pass in Chris Harris's neighborhood. Because this is why. Could have lobbed him. Great read by Chris Harris. I bet you Chris Hogan is really, really wishing he had that pass back. As not Bill Belichick is not looking too happy, to say the least.
So the offense has it first and 10. C.J. Anderson this time.
As that run went nowhere. like I said, defensive battle. Patriots have allowed 9 yards. Chris Long was there on the stop. And so far, the Broncos' offensive deep breakdown after their second pick of the game. Murray uncorks it. Touchdown, Broncos.
Just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
The always reliable Virgil Green striking for yet another touchdown. And if I'm the Patriots defensive coordinator, I would be making some serious adjustments to cover that strong Broncos offense. You have a little bit of time to give it extra quarter, probably about a third of it left. And there you go.
Everyone is lined up for the kickoff.
McManus pounds it. You see what the Patriots are going to do here. They're going to respond after that drive that basically fell apart, to say the least. Amendola actually returned a kick this time. First attempted return, to say the least, by the Patriots. And so far, the Broncos are enjoying a pretty comfortable lead. I expect them to do you expect them to go conservative? No. They learned their lesson after playing them in Foxborough in prime time, as Brady gets slammed by Von Miller, but is able to connect with always steadfast, not Wes Welker, for a 9-yard gain.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Patriots are facing a 2nd and 1, down by 17. You expect them to really start slinging that ball like Brady is known to do. Wolf sheds the tackle, and Wolf just pounds him. Wow. What a monster shot by Derek Wolf.
Protection, did the running back not pick him up? It doesn't really matter. Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big time sack.
Anyways, back here, we also talked about this a little bit in Monday Night Countdown as well. The horror show that is Tom Brady's time in Denver. Or that has been Tom Brady's time in Denver. Since his start in 2001, it's been either feast or famine for the quarterback from Boston. Since 2001, the Broncos, especially at Mile High.
All right, these receivers are not our fathers. They're definitely not our grandfathers' receivers. These are big, strong, athletic people.
It's been a mixed bag with the Patriots and Broncos when they meet, with a recent victory coming on, ironically, Sunday Night Football in 2017 to the New England Patriots, but that was when Vance Joseph was a fan. Last tournament, the Patriots met the Broncos in Foxborough. Last time the Broncos won in Foxborough was on Sunday Night Football in 2006. So it's safe to say Denver is having their way with Tom Brady right now.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9.
As
Nice play defensively.
Von Miller and Jared Crick double team Garrett Blount. And Blount is not happy. Third down and 12 from the Patriots 42. Receivers stacked all to the right. Brady takes a snap. And that one gets broken up by Brandon Marshall. Incomplete.
And the defense able to get a ball on it and knock it down. They're unable to connect on the 3rd down pass, and now the punter comes out to boot it away.
As the Patriots are ready to boot this one into the air. Allen kicks it off. Sanders is going to try to return this one. On his feet, but he gets slammed at the 21.
First down.
Anderson, left side. Got a lot of room here. Was for a gain of 9. As him and Collins were going at it. Things seem to be broken up a little bit.
Trying to wear a defense down and create holes that you'll exploit later.
Because now you're just really going to grind out the run here with, being very little left in the quarter. Is Anderson to the left side. Gain of 4. As the final quarter of Monday Night Football is coming up, there is time for the Patriots to have a comeback, but the Broncos seriously need to consider imploding. There has been a little bit of hope for Patriots fans. I mean, Gronk got a touchdown, so that's something. But so far, it's been the Denver Broncos show. As you remember, both teams met Week 5, 2009.
We were hoping for a very good close-fought game, but that just simply hasn't been the case.
It's been a little bit of a grind fest, to say the least.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
As they're going to take the snap here. Murway, Anderson, left side. Sorry, right side. And tries to spin out of it, but gets brought down by McCourty.
And that carry will earn them the first down.
With his 4th tackle of tonight's game. Coming up next here on ABC, your late local news, followed by an episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway? A rerun, where that is actually a Monday Night Football edition. Mike Tirico was the guest star on that earlier the week. And if you're over on ESPN, if you want more coverage from tonight's game, you can catch an episode of SportsCenter, followed by ESPN NFL Primetime. As Anderson is having his way with this secondary again. Touchdown, Broncos. Emphasis on House of Horrors. Watch this.
Just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I got to do a better job of paying attention to this quick strike offense. I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing. I just did that. Yeah, you did. You did.
Wow. So So much for that comeback there, Patriots fans. Unless we pull a 28-3, this turns into 31-7. Normally around this time in Super Bowl 51, the Patriots would be well on their way to knocking off the Atlanta Falcons after trying to surmount a pretty large lead. On a clear night in Denver, Patriots can't see 5-0. Shane Ray with a monster hit, and the ball comes out. Broncos pick it up. A little bit of frustration with the Patriots players here. Watch this. Kicks it. And it's right into Amendola. And Shane Ray just pounds him. He trips. Ball comes out. And here you go. And they're going to review this one here. See if he was down by contact. Watch Amendola. Kubiak and not Bill Belichick's son. See, he trips. He's rolling over. Oh, ball's out at that point. I have no idea why the booth is reviewing this. Amendola is already tripped. The ball comes out after this hit. See what the ref calls it. Patriots get the ball back. If I'm Tom Brady, I would be launching that ball down the end zone. Both teams are surprisingly even in yards, even after how out of control this game's getting. Is Brady overthrew that one, incomplete.
And on that one, he was just really under fire. You often have enough time to look downfield and find receivers. In this case, the quarterback had no time to look downfield.
Last time the Patriots and Broncos crashed on Monday Night Football and the Broncos were really making the Patriots look bad, it was 1998. Back to the days of Shannon Sharp and Steve Atwater. And the Broncos defense is tripping on each other. As Blount is absolutely clobbered by Darian Stewart.
You want some locker room cred? Be a receiver that not only catches the ball, but breaks a few tackles along the way. That'll get the guys in the team.
With virtually no room to run, too, I might add.
Blount was there on the stop. Roby tries to bring him down, but he's like, no, sir. I'm finishing this par 3.
Still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Start slinging. Brady looks. He has a lot of time, but he gets murdered by Wolf. That is his 3rd sack in tonight's game. Third time by the big man, Derek Wolf. And I think somewhere in the stadium, they actually let an actual wolf in here howling.
Third down, that gets the defense off the field and the offensive unit. They get off them on their way.
There's going to be a lot of people getting good pats on the back after this game's all said and done.
Here now is Sanders.
As the stop is at the 47.
Sometimes you have to make those really quick decisions. On that play, it was just well covered. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
As Graham goes in motion, bringing some extra blocking. Anderson to the right side. And he's got more room. He is bowling over that Patriots secondary, bringing him down at the 25-yard line. I don't think anybody would have expected tonight's game to be this. I think everybody expected tonight's game to be a big throwdown. Like points flying, both teams keeping it close, and the end of the game coming down to a crucial interception or a crucial play by a big-name player. And I bet you tonight somebody is getting paid heavily. And Tuesday, I bet you Tuesday, big time, that the Patriots are going to be doing a lot of defensive drills for their second road game against Indy next week.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
As we finally hit the 2-minute warning tonight in Denver.
At the 2-minute warning.
As right now, I would really expect the Patriots the Broncos to really grind it out, because there's virtually no hope for the Patriots to come back. As in, this is probably the worst performance they've put on at Mile High since Brady's start here, Brady's debut in 2001. If you remember back to that game, it was played on a pretty interesting November afternoon. Would it be known that the Patriots would be going to the Super Bowl that year? As Ronnie Hillman goes for a gain of 13. C.J. Anderson has been pulled out of the game, I presume, for the rest of the night because of his pretty great performance. As right about now, they're doing the short back Ronnie Hillman to grind this one out. Never mind, C.J. Anderson is back in the game. Anderson, left side. And he's getting tripped up. He's down, but he got a gain of 3 that time. And let the clock run out. Neither teams have used their timeouts all game, surprisingly, which is interesting because Belichick would have kept this game a lot closer as the time starts to tick out. As the Broncos go to 5-0 in convincing fashion, I might add. 31-7.
So the final whistle blows.
It's going to be a fun.
Oh, wow. My voice sounded weird there. It's going to be a fun Tuesday for the Broncos. There's going to be a huge party at Shanahan's Steakhouse right there down on I-25. Winning by 24 points over the New England Patriots. C.J. Anderson with his performance tonight, 10 carries for 121 yards. And he is tonight's player of the game, the Horse Trailer Award. Next week on Monday Night Football, we're going to be down in Houston on ABC with the winless Houston Texans taking on the San Diego Chargers. Coming off their game in Pittsburgh, and that was easily the highlight of the game. Coming up on ABC, your late local news, followed by an episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Over on ESPN, if you want more coverage from the Patriots Broncos, including opinions from the ESPN NFL Primetime crew of Chris Berman and Tom Jackson, you can get that. So long from Denver.